So a big problem when treating plantar fasciitis is that a lot of the treatments revolve around how to release tissues. And if you live a sedentary lifestyle and that's one of the root causes of your plantar fasciitis, then releasing tight muscles and connective tissue may be beneficial. But sometimes this is not the root cause, or you will keep trying to release the tissues over years and you get an initial decrease in pain at first, but it dwindles and you're still stuck in pain and you're not getting anywhere. So today we're going to talk about how to strengthen the plantar fascia when you are still in pain. Because if you have plantar fasciitis or you have a history of having it and you try to strengthen the area, what will typically happen is you'll have more pain and the pain will come back and you'll be very frustrated. So I've actually devised a new treatment method on how to strengthen the areas around the plantar fascia without making it very angry. So let's get started. And before we do this exercise, it is very important to release all of the adhesions beforehand. So please watch my other videos on how to do that and then use this video later on down the road, like a couple months later. And if other treatments are not helping you and you have been doing a lot of the stretches and the other exercises and you're not seeing results, this is the time to try this and this might help you. And so what you need is a soft surface that is slightly raised. And I personally like using this mat that I got from Costco. And so to strengthen the plantar fascia and the calf muscles, typically you would want to raise all the way up and all the way down. But if you do that with plantar fasciitis, it will make it worse. And so what you want to do instead is do a static hold, just like this. And this is what it will look like from the back. And you want to try to hold that for a few minutes or until your muscle fatigues. And the reason that this works so well is I've been reading about how tendinopathies work and how to do static contractions. And it seems counterintuitive to do an exercise on something that is painful, but when you do a static contraction or even a negative rep, it will strengthen the area. It can actually thicken, but not thicken in a bad way. If there is an inflamed tissue, it will thicken and fill with water, and that's not what you want. But what you want is with a static contraction, it will kind of push out the bad water and then fill in the area with collagen. And that's very important. It will make it very strong. And so if this is hard for you, do this for a few weeks and just stick with it. And for some of you, this might be very, very easy. So you might want to increase the resistance soon. And so what you want to do instead is do it on one foot and just lift it up like this. And then you want to hold it for a few minutes. And then switch to the other side and then hold it for a few minutes. And this might seem simple, but it puts a lot of force and stress on these connective tissues and the plantar fascia, and it will respond with growth and it will strengthen itself very quickly. And there are actually studies that show that a tendon can thicken by 30% and the tensile strength will increase a lot from doing these methods. So don't focus on the movement. And if you want to make these even harder, you can hold weights in your hand. But what I want you guys to do is a static contraction when your foot is at a 90-degree angle. And when you have your foot in that position and you're on a slightly raised surface, it will put the perfect amount of strain when the joints are at a healthy range of motion. If you crank the joints in a bad range of motion and you put a force on them, they're going to have to strengthen itself around that. And if you have plantar fasciitis, it will flare it up and it will cause more pain. So holding a static contraction with weight will help your plantar fascia heal itself and get stronger, even when it's painful. And it seems counterintuitive, but if you've been doing other modalities and you've released all of the gunky connective tissue or the muscle trigger points, now is the time to start these kinds of exercises. So yeah, please try these exercises out. Be very careful and very slow when you first start them, but you'll start getting used to them after about 2 weeks, and then you can increase the time or go on one foot or the other. So yeah, let me know how this helps you guys, and if it does help you, and if you have any questions below, I would love to hear what you guys have to say. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.